Holmes Air, or the Work Water, Oscillating desk fan. This Holmes Air does not seem to have an information tag anywhere. It's a 2-speed model. The guard is red on the front, which is something I've never seen before. At least not on one of these. And I don't know if this is factory or not. If it's not factory, this was done exceptionally well. I feel like this is good enough that it's got to be a factory paint job. I mean, there's really no rust or anything on there. There's no parts missing. There's no paint splatter on anything else. I think that's a pretty cool logo. So I'm going to say this is factory, but I don't know. I can't say for certain. It just looks like it was done too perfectly to have been an afterthought. Can people paint this perfectly? Sure, but I just think that's highly unlikely. This was found in a garage. I don't know if that's where it was always used, but it was definitely stored in there for some time. It's got a lot of that kind of dirty, kind of oily grime on it that you would typically get in a garage or some kind of shop environment. This will likely clean up very well. A lot of times that type of dirt, especially if it gets on there early on, it seems to almost protect the finish underneath it over the years. Oscillation thing operates pretty smoothly still, as does the switch. You can tell this hasn't been used much because the dirt is all collected in the off position. And this is not polarized, so this is probably maybe 80s era. I would think it would be polarized if it was in the 90s. Cord's very dirty, the plug's very dirty, same kind of dirt. There's just no informations anywhere. Interestingly, there is a plastic sleeve, I guess you can call it, over the wire where it passes through the housing where it would experience the flexing of the oscillation. Topic made interesting thanks to SMC. It's pretty clean inside. Might be relatively low hours and yeah, I don't see much of any dust to speak of. There is some yellowing, so likely the moisture from the garage not being air conditioned has taken its toll on the plastic. But most of it doesn't seem too bad. The motor housing doesn't seem like it's too rotted out or decaying. Guard, it's pretty structurally sound still as well. I was kind of surprised there's no informations tag anywhere. I guess it must have been on a sticker somewhere and it just fell off. No, I don't know what the power consumption is supposed to be, but it's probably going to be horrifically inefficient because it is a PS. I mean, it's a shaded pole, little C-frame motor. I have another one that's similar to this. It's all white, which is much more ordinary than this red one is, and it's not a horrible fan. I really don't have a lot of regard for Holmes. Generally speaking, the designs are pretty poor in the aerodynamics department, but this one seemed okay, although it definitely suffers from some of the other Holmes aerodynamic designs that aerodynamic failed designs, I should say, that we see on other units, including this ridiculously large motor housing that literally blocks almost the entire surface area of the blade. And so that contributes to a lot of noise, airflow noise. And the rest of the motor housing is just extremely bulky and air restrictive. It's just ridiculous from an aerodynamics perspective. And unfortunately, it does look like the blade is starting to warp ever so slightly on this, which we're probably just going to see this more and more with plastic fans as time goes on. This one's not too bad, but it's definitely, I think, starting to get there a little bit. Well, let's see if this runs. It's probably going to need some oil, I'm sure, if nothing else. Just plug in this non-polarized filthy cord, and we're going to be testing at 120.1 volts. I suspect this will probably at least get up to half an amp of current or more. These shaded pole C-frame motors are really ridiculous to use for basic vans like this. Okay, here we go. We're going to begin on the low. Very dry bearings for sure. But it is working. And it's actually moving a pretty acceptable amount of air without a ridiculous amount of noise. Now I remember the other one being reasonable enough that I actually wanted to use it in the garage at the computer desk. I kind of like these 7-inch oscillating fans. It's just kind of a unique form factor that you don't see too much. So we know the oscillation works. It's slightly out of balance, but not bad. Surprised the thing is so rattly like that. Maybe it just needs new thrust washers. Yeah, that might be thrust washers and not the actual bearings. But as you can see, it's actually pushing a decent amount of air. And it's really not all that loud either. Which is surprising. That's moving pretty fast. And it's pushing a lot more air than I expected it to. I mean, it's actually pretty average, but I guess I just have such a low bar for Holmes that when something works relatively well, it seems startling. Yeah, that's pushing a perfectly respectable amount of air for a 6 or 7 inch. I think this is a 7-inch personal or desk style fan. Let's see. It's a 7-inch. 7-inch or about 17 centimeters, which is a much more logical unit and measure system. Yeah, it's in pretty reasonable balance too, which is surprising. I guess the Holmes Air products were better than the Holmes ones just because they're older. Usually something being older almost always means it's better. It's pretty strong up front, and surprisingly, I can still feel the air quite a few feet away. I'm about 5 feet back now, which is about as far as I can go because there's all the Christmas stuff is just all over the place. But yeah, that's not bad. It's really not bad at all. This is good enough I would use it. See the oscillation on high. Sounds a little bit stiff to the left, but it works. The power information is 0.3 the amps, 22.6 the watts, power factor 0.6. Actually, that's not as much current as I was expecting. I mean, it's still a joke because you can have a Galaxy 2150, for example, that moves many times more air than this and is probably even quieter, and that takes about the same amount of current, so it's horrifically inefficient. And on low, Oh, that's off. On low, it is 0.23 the amps, 17.6 the watts, power factor 62. So not as bad as I was expecting, but it's definitely horrifically inefficient. Not bad. All things considered, especially that it's a Holmes, I'm actually kind of impressed.